I'm back again. Ooh, I missed y'all. Okay, y'all know what we're doing. I want to use one on each eye, maybe 4 on each eye. It is Feral Monday. So I did see a lot of comments about the packaging. I feel that to have one of these is really, really cute. But that being said, I know getting a bunch can be excessive, especially if you just wanted a single shadow. So highly recommend the quality of the shadows. I've had time to play around with them. But what I would do is I would just get the singles and I would skip getting this and then just get a Z palette on Amazon. That's probably just the more working artist in me, but I would definitely have one of the little hearts because I think it's adorable and I like it for travel. So, especially if I'm just going to take one of these and then one of my neutral palettes, because if I travel, I'd probably just take one. So yes, that's my thoughts on the packaging. I want to see what they look like with a black base, but I don't want to commit to my little tender eye area yet. So I'm just gonna tap out some black base here. This is the most affordable, amazing black base. It's from City Color. I love City Color. The price for what you get is just on another level. So yeah, let me link that base for you really quickly. So these do seem, I feel like the blue in this color, they kind of have already a little bit of, you can see the black there, right? You can see that. Let's see if it makes a difference. And honestly, another thing I don't love is that the names are not on the shadows. So I'm using this more green flip here. That's gonna be harder for me to label, but I'm trying to decide if I wanna do it on the black base or without. I think I wanna do them with. Isn't that interesting? I still can't get over it. Yeah, we're gonna do these duochromes, all of them with a black base. I mean, we've seen it 1,000 times, but it's still fun, right? Listen, every bottle in my house of this stuff, there are 2 bottles. Ben took one from me and they're all on empty. Ben is now one of the biggest LMS stands that have ever existed. He is in love with this stuff. You can see a major difference for him. He obviously isn't quite as diligent as I am with my skincare. He does his skincare, but you can even see a difference with the hydration around his fine lines. It's pretty wild, but he also loves how calming it is. And the reason why he has super sensitive skin, very reactive skin. So he loves this. And I need another bottle, which I think I'm about to order right now. So while I was in LA, I'm almost out of my Kosas concealer. So I was right next to a Sephora. I ran in. Why have I never tried this? I purchased this and I was quite flabbergasted with how much I have been enjoying this concealer. I want to just conceal something and you're gonna go, what are you concealing? I know, blah, blah, blah. I'm start growling at y'all. But the way that I can just throw this on and then I use my C31 and it will just disappear. And I'm talking, I was getting ready in the darkest, most horrible lighting possible. And this concealer looked good no matter what. I cannot get over it. And I wasn't even setting it. So if you don't want to set it, you don't have to. I'm actually kind of blown away with how much I love this concealer. And remember, if I'm showing you something, that doesn't mean that you have to go get it. If you're not having problems with your concealer, you don't need this one. If you aren't running out of your other one, you don't need this one. So you have to remember, I'm gonna run out of things a lot quicker than even your everyday makeup applicator. And the reason why is because of what I do, and I use my makeup multiple times a day. So I ran out of my Kosas concealer and I've been using that one probably 3 months. So maybe that is about right. That's even good because I'll do sometimes 2, sometimes 3 looks a day. So that's not too bad, but I am so happy that I found this one. And what I like about this one, I obviously love that color, but I feel that this is what I'm gonna call one of the most effortless conceals that I've ever seen. I was saying it's effortless. I've never experienced a concealer, and I experience concealers. I've never experienced one that was just this effortless to apply. It lasted, I was wearing it 12 hours a day. It's just everything. Now, there might be one situation that I have to factor in. I'm sorry for yelling at you, but I was in a much drier climate when I bought this. So again, before we run out and we get this, I was able to use it that 5 days that I was there. I got it basically when I got off the plane, but I'm in a much more humid climate now. I am very juicy. So let's put a pin in this. But if you're in California and you need a new concealer, it's California approved. So the reason I grabbed it is because I want to just use a little bit of warmth in the crease. But what I'm going to do, and this is the only time I recommend concealer as base, and it's on the areas that kind of stick out the most. I'm just going to talk in the most simplistic way possible. Because I'm not going to have any friction here. So if you're wondering, well, why wouldn't we just use it all over the eye? I feel that concealer as base where we have friction. So from about here all the way to the base of the lash base here, we're going to have friction, and I don't find that it performs as well. I'm also just putting this through here because I want to just ever so lightly conceal and blur this a little bit. And I'm using my cream concealer brush. This is from the Essential Travel Set. I might put a little bit more on this side, kind of conceal that brow line situations. And my eyes are just, I was saying my eyes are just, they're just aging every day. We're having fun. Wow, it does soften that line though. That's so cool. I'm telling you, this concealer has pigments that kind of blur. They do what you want your makeup to do. Nice. Okay, again, we don't want it to creep too, good Lord, I love makeup, especially good makeup. Okay, now let's get going on the eye. I got excited to tell y'all about the concealer. I think I was gonna go with my About Face Capulets. That way we just get a quick warm base through the socket. Wow, they're both honk shoeing today. I'm so excited because y'all are, actually I don't wanna tell y'all what I have to do tomorrow, but I'm absolutely gonna do tutorials. I have to head to Atlanta tomorrow, but I'll be doing a tutorial on Tuesday, and I think the only day that I might have to skip is Friday. I can, you know, when I'm in Atlanta, it's a lot easier to do the tutorials, so don't worry. Nobody worry. Nobody panic. But I was going to tell you, I'm going to take Dougie with me. He's got his little carrier, all his little vet documents. He's going to go with me. Obviously he's going to be on the plane in his little carrier underneath the seat. The carrier has been measured. The Dougie has been weighed. He is ready to take flight. Okay, we have our warm base laid down. I do want to deepen up the crease a little bit. Everybody has really had something to say about this palette. I took it with me. I like that it's really lightweight and it was easy to travel with, and I like the formula. That doesn't mean that you have to get it. You already probably have it. Did a video on that actually. I feel that the Viseart one that I always use, that's the blueprint. And that one's always on sale now, so probably snag that one. But I did purchase this one myself, and I'm not mad at it. But what do I want to do here? I want to add just a hair of depth, and I feel like I've been going towards my cool colors. I want to go a little bit warmer. Let's grab that shade from the palette. I'm going to just tilt my head back and just push it into the socket a little bit. I want to give this black base a little something to kind of transition into. So we're just going to push that in there. Nice. I'm going to grab some more of it. Same thing over this way. So now it's going to be time for our black base. And that's why we did that darker crease. That way we have something to transition into. And then we're just going to take our C31, even that out. Kind of do a little melty melt into the socket. Just kind of lightly push it over there. Oh no, I think Jean's trying to take a bath. Something with his little baby elephant noises. Since the brush is angled, I'm just gonna turn it around that way I can really get the black base in here. Nice. And then just keep smoothing it a little bit more. Now, one thing about me is I'm going to use all of them. 1, 2. So I started with this shade. We're going to grab it on our C30. It's basically your fingertip, but better because it's so flat, but then you have nice precision. Ooh, these are pretty. Oh my goodness. Quality. Like I said, I've used 1 or 2 of them, but I haven't used all of them. And then I was going to use this shade on the inner part of our eye. You get back over there. There we go. And then we're going to do it here and kind of melt them together. Beauty. Then I used the shade Genesis, which is a more goldy green. That's going to go towards the front. Just wait till you see it in low light too. And then we're going to do Metamorphosis. That's going to go over this way. Just going to keep layering it on. Wow, that's pretty. Push it into the socket just a little. Now I'm just going to take an E27 and I'm just going to lightly go back and forth. I'm using this angle, and that angle is just going to go right into my socket and just kind of soften this and blend these together. Whee! I'm just going to smudge the lash line. I don't think I'm going to do a wing. My favorite, I hope it's not sold out, because I believe it was $13 yesterday. I'm gonna go get y'all a link if it is. These are just the best. I scream about them in the best way possible every single day. I'm just going to lightly tap upwards just to smudge this and connect it all together with the E27. Now, the technique that I was just showing you, I want to do it on this eye and kind of talk you through it a little bit. So what I was doing, we're kind of just placing. Don't even worry. If you get to a point on your eye that might feel a little bit uncomfortable, don't worry about it. Just go back to the places that do feel comfortable. And this is really good if your eyes water. So over here, that feels pretty comfortable. Right through here doesn't feel comfortable on me. So obviously I could get through it. I do this every day, constantly, too many times a day. But I know a lot of us have sensitive eyes. So just place it where it feels the most comfortable on the eye. Now before this sets, and one of the reasons I love these is they don't dry too quickly, and that's hindering because that can lead to patchiness. So what I'm gonna do is, you're not seeing me go back and forth. Do you notice that? I'm kind of flicking upwards, and every single movement that I'm doing is deliberate. And the reason why is I'm going to keep that level of pigment when I lightly flick upward. When we're more gentle with our products, see, we were able to connect it, but when we're more gentle, we actually get more pigment out of it, less patch. We're not just continuing to work it. So it's going to stay really nice and pigmented. And then once it's dry, we don't want to mess with it as much, because then that leads to the patchiness. And then it even leads to it not wearing as long. Once you learn the dry time of your products, whether that be an eye base, foundation, concealer, eye pencil, most makeup has a dry time. And once you learn it, it becomes easier to apply and it actually lasts longer. I'm gonna use the same lashes that I used yesterday. These are Full Moon. I love the lash band on these so much. Nice. Remember, they're getting acquainted. They're friends. They're just, they can't just be moved around right now. You know what I should have done is wipe my tweezers off. See, this is why I can't have nice things. Where's Sheila? There's Sheila. There we go. Now, back to this. So much easier. Always wipe your tweezers off. Now they're acquainted and we can place them, and we can even push my natural lash into the falsie. So I'm in the mood for some super full coverage here, so I'm going to do my Kiko Milano foundation today. It's this one. It's the 2-in-1 We love a doe foot applicator. So if you're really wanting a full coverage foundation, you will like this one. But I will say, Kiko Milano, hello, my friends. Listen, we're gonna need more shades of this, please. All right. Don't forget we have our complexion duo. This brush is in there. This is the C42 foundation brush. And then the C41. Ooh, we're gonna cover up my ears. They're telling all my secrets. I'm gonna link the complexion duo for you. And the only reason I'm linking it so much is because it is such a pretty spectacular deal and it's for a limited time. So just some reminders. I feel that different people, they catch my story every day. So I'm sorry if it's monotonous. And then we're gonna use I'm trying to decide if I wanna use the concealer that I just showed you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use it. I haven't tried it with a super full coverage foundation. These excite me. I haven't used them. This is gonna be our first time. So there's more shades, but the shades that I'm gonna gravitate towards are gonna be this pink, which I would put on top of concealer, but I wanna try this shade right here. What shade is this? Cool Sunrise. But this is going to go under my concealer. And the reason I'm doing a corrector is because this little bit darker eye, oh, that's a good shade for me. This darker eye is going to pull a lot more of the purple, the blue, mostly blue, and that's why we're going to use this peach. It's going to pull that underneath my eye. So let's try this out. Oh, we're thin. That is a very thin texture. Did what it needed to do. The bottle is glass. It feels very lovely. And the formula, I'm already loving it. Oh, it's thin. I love it. So let me tell you why it could be different than our correctors that we already have. I feel that most correctors are geared towards heavier makeup. I feel that this would be a corrector that would go with our lighter makeup days, because some of us, even though we want to do the lightest, most no makeup look, we might still need a corrector. That being said, correctors can be extremely heavy and they don't pair well with our more lightweight BB creams, are just very tinted, lightweight, everyday makeup. I feel that this would be a really good addition. I can already tell. Please remember that I can just tell by feeling the way that it feels on my skin. It is thin. This is a under eye serum concealer. So I feel that we needed a corrector that goes with our no makeup look, and this is it. I'm very excited. It's also giving a very, I like to use the word juicy, which sounds horrible, but that's what I want my skin to look like. It's giving a juicy set. It's self-setting, but it's not drying. We could definitely still add a little bit of powder to set, put your concealer on top. It's not going to become patchy, but that's what you want in a corrector. But I'm very excited to see a brand give us something we need for a different application. Again, correctors are normally very thick. They go with very full coverage looks. This is not that, and I think it's kind of a little breakthrough, and I like that. Okay, back to concealer, which is going to go on top of this. And I'm not going to use quite as much concealer, which that might still look like a lot to you, but remember I have on a very full coverage foundation, so I'm not just going in here and going to town. It's still a smaller amount when it comes to a full coverage foundation. So I'm just kind of brightening up a little bit. Nice. I love this concealer. And then we're just going to use our concealer brush to work that in. Yep. And that corrector dried perfectly underneath here, not mixing. I'm excited. I love when I find things that really excite me, because I do see quite a bit, and I'm already, actually before I forget, I'm going to take this with me. It's in my bag. Because when I travel, I don't do, obviously, heavy makeup. So I'm excited to try the pink one on top of concealer. Now we've done some first impressions here, but I want to go document this first impression. Because these need to be seen. Okay, I'm gonna go document this. I'm gonna put both of them on. Listen, I love transitions, and the fact that they have given me transitions has excited me. So what I'm talking about here, I don't think that they come like this. I think this was a PR thing. I don't know. Too bad if it doesn't. Just send them to me. I have the rhinestones. I'll glue them on for you. So what we would do is we would start with this shade, and then we would kind of build in the center with this shade. Or wear them alone. You wear them alone, but I love the idea of a transition. So I will be right back. I want to try these. I want to do a first impression. So I wanted to use my Givenchy powder. I haven't used it in a while. I'm actually running out of the other powder, but I still love this powder. I forget how much I love it. Okay, I can't show you that. That's not released. Where did that go? There it is. Gotta get my concealer brush. And that's actually our stuff I'm talking about. It's not other brand stuff. Just some little brushy fun stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set really nicely here. And then I'm thinking I might actually post the KVD review tomorrow. Oh, I'm traveling tomorrow. I don't want to tell y'all I'm traveling. Y'all are gonna get mad at me. I told you, Atlanta's easier. LA was different. But since I love you so much and we're a family here, I feel like my story family is just different. It's different. My thoughts on these, they're wonderful. And I'm gonna tell you why. They're extra pigmented. This blush is so wildly pigmented, and I know that sometimes social media looks at that like a bad thing, but in small amounts, it's beautiful. And we really have to think about, it can cover more range the more pigmented it is. Deeper skin tones, I'm a light skin tone, I'm able to wear this. Deeper skin tones will be able to wear this. You will see the swatch there. And it's just including so many more people. We just have to understand how to apply it for our skin tone. There's nothing ever too pigmented. Please remember that. It's just all about application. This is probably gonna be my new go-to cream bronzer. So these are a 10 out of a 10 for me already. Let's do a little bit of black base underneath here. Actually, that came out a little aggressively. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, do I have another one of these? I will, no worries. I'm gonna just take this on my C30 and I'm gonna try to scoop some away, and that's gonna be enough for both under eyes. We're actually doing the last shade underneath here. Ooh, I love black underneath the lash line like this. Extra spicy instantly. Nice. Now we're gonna use this shade. Whee! We should have used this for Valentine's Day, but I was gone. I know y'all remember that. So we're just gonna pull that across there. That's fun. This is gonna be so fun. I can't wait for you to see it with back camera. Nice, there we go. Then I'm going to hop over here. I'm gonna have it listed there. This is also from Queen Cosmetics. And that's gonna go on our inner corner. This one's beautiful. These are the more iridescent ones. So these don't have a base. Whee! So I haven't tried this formula yet from Kiko Milano. This is a liquid lipstick, but it's not gonna have the shine to it. It's gonna be a matte. But what you're seeing me do right now is kind of exfoliate my lips. And when I sit down, I always put on my lip treatment. The Ula one is my favorite. They now have different flavors, delicious. But this has been on my lips for hours. So this gets the lips ready. That's so important. I just feel like we don't talk about things, and then we try things and then we don't like them, and we didn't have to suffer that day. So it's really important that we have prepped my lips. And also it was important that I did some very light exfoliation there, because I could have some little, you know what. These are $12.50 on Amazon. The shade I'm using is Cappuccino, and looks like it's gonna be pretty awesome. And I'm gonna use I might use a lip liner. I know that their lip liners would pair nicely. Maybe I will. Okay, let me just get it on here. The applicator is fascinating and super precise, but I do want to darken the lip line a little. You understood what I said. I love the color. Okay, I have to see. Okay, wait, let me get my lip liner on. I'm excited. I love the applicator. And then this is the lip liner that I've been using nonstop. It's the shade 420 Rosy Brown. And I wear this with the lip treatment alone. I'll wear it with my matte lipstick. And it lasts. Let me get you a link for this. So I feel that Kiko Milano could be a little bit confusing with the names and the numbers. So I just did a lot of research. Just go off the name Rosy Brown. Go off that. I cannot express to you how comfortable these are. Now I wanted to do the wand up here. So if you didn't want to wear a lip liner, you don't have to, because look at the precision, and it's just fitting right there perfectly on my Cupid's bow. You have so much control. Even the applicator, A+. This lipstick is pretty. It feels, gosh, if you wore a matte lipstick and you were personally victimized by a matte lipstick, this will not feel like that. I don't like that feeling either. This does not feel like, it feels pillowy. And then it almost just feels like nothing. Now I have lip lines because I never got lip fillers, but to me, I don't know. I think it's pretty. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Okay, we're done for the day. I love the idea that these are singles. 10 out of 10. Kind of want to go film a video just swatching all of them, and the iridescent ones, the more translucent base, I want to go swatch them all over my face. Why? Because I would want to watch that. I love you all so much. Tomorrow I'm going to do a quick little airport makeup, and then I'm definitely taking some makeup so we can film while I'm there. I'm not going to take my big light. I'll just take my little portable light. Hopefully there'll be some sunlight, but I'm going to be doing them. Dougie and I will be there doing our tutorials with you. Jean Bean has to stay with his grandma, but Dougie will be there doing tutorials with me, and you'll hear the little tiptoes. Okay, I love you so much. I think I might post an ad tonight, but it'll still be wildly helpful. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the comments tonight.